Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Go Home Ryan, and today we are watching the 100 Acres official music video from Noname featuring Devin Morrison. I'm a really big fan of Noname. I've been a fan since she originally came out on Chance's mixtape Acid Rap, and was featured on Lost, a fantastic song. Have always known her to be a very poetic rapper, like the poet's rapper, right? Has had some really dope lyrics. Honestly, I feel like she kind of tops the list for me, at least, of women MCs and femme hip hop artists. And so really excited to hear this from her. Really excited about really that whole gang out of Chicago, the whole U Media game. You got, Chance, you got Saba, you got Mick Jenkins, you got Noname, and just everybody that came out of that clique. They're just really fantastic rappers. And so really excited to see her back on the track. If you didn't know, I am a poet myself, so that may be a little bit of bias in my way. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and hop in the track and see what she has to tell us.
Yeah, nigga, you ain't getting no money, you ain't getting no bitches, you ain't doing shit, man. What you mean? Yeah, motherfucker, yeah. Listen up, motherfucker, I wanna talk to you. Hold on.
If this the last supper, then my lover getting 3 plates, liberator, free state, communism, sweepstakes, we on an island, I'm selling seaweed to Poseidon,
Okay, so we get off here, we get right into her politics. We know that Noname is a leftist. She started that leftist book club, where she recommends books that really speak to socialism, communism, and just liberation of black people. She's really about that tip, about what she speaks about, and is interested in getting books in the hands of people who may not have access to them in the same way that everybody else has access to them. It's just she's really great about that and her politics around that. So we get right into that, right where she starts talking about some of that early on in this verse, and then just starting off. I love this starting lyric. If this the last supper, then my lover getting 3 plates. She's the last supper, right? She's serving herself up. If this is the last supper, you're getting breakfast, lunch, and dinner of all of this. You're getting all of this. You're gonna be eating good, best believe. Yeah, she's starting off hard.
liberator, free state, communism, sweepstakes, we on an island, I'm selling seaweed to Poseidon, he gave us free housing, something to spend a life in, my heart buck out, animated like a black cookout, with Johnny Bravo, he the white lookout, don't look up.
Oh, at the black cookout, animated like Johnny Bravo. Yeah, okay. So we're in here, and she's like, "Yo, the cookout's gonna be lit. The people that are invited. If you're not invited, don't know what to tell you. The folks that I really trust are gonna be invited. Johnny Bravo being one of those folks. Thinking about again, she tied it to the animated bar, but thinking about it from the perspective of I'm a '90s kid, and the only people that I trust are the cartoons I grew up with." she's getting it in here, and she's talking about the free housing and everything too. Again, talking back to her politic, she's out here selling seaweed to Poseidon, right? Seaweed, right? She's rolling up the green for the most green, for the lowest of the low, Poseidon. Yeah, we're getting it in here. We're having a good time.
Heart buck out, animated like a black cookout, with Johnny Bravo, he the white lookout, don't look up, don't worry about it, baby, everybody eating good, yeah, I'm eating honey with Winnie and 100-acre woods, we in the deep south getting coin, I'm in the library packing up books, tell your nigga join,
Yeah.
Tell your nigga jump, I'm a boss, I'm a hunt, eat the cat good, he can pick the book of the month, and yes, I
Hey, come on now. Quite not pun not intended. Come on now. She said, "Eat the cat good." You got the cat behind her too. Eat the cat good. He could pick the book of the month from my book club. That's akin to Beyonce being taking on a Red Lobster. This is listen, if you lay it down the way it's supposed to be laid down, you can pick the book of the month out. Listen, you can do anything. Know that this is close to me. You can do it. I will give that up. I'll say this little creepy thing behind her, this little creepy cat is wild. I think the blinking is really tripping me out. The blinking, the animatronic suits. I'll say real quick, I've never been afraid of the folks in the suits when it comes to Like, you know, you think about like Chuck E. Cheese, you think about like Mickey Mouse, like the folks in the suits, really. So I always think it's interesting seeing folks like, you know, do this. It's almost like an extension of puppetry. Really, you know, there's just a lot of artistry that comes into this, especially like designing the costume and stuff. Like it's just really intricate, right? Like putting together something like this. But I know people who are deathly afraid of these things. I can only imagine you're riding through this neighborhood on your bike and you got this like big, crazy like cat thing surfing after you, you know, chasing after you or whatever. You know, that might set some people off. That may make it difficult for some people to get down. But ultimately, you know, it's cool to see this like difference in the artistry. I'll also say just real quick before we hop back into the video is that Noname is in this space and she's talked about it before where I think she's just interested in rapping. And you know, just she's like, listen, like I've injected a lot of my politics into the rap, but I think what I instead of like spreading the message, not instead of, but in addition to spreading the message, what I really want to do is rap. I want to show y'all I got the bars. I want to put the bars down and I want to lay them down on a track. And I think that's what she's doing here. She's really laying the bars down and doing it in the way that she knows how to. She's got the voice for it. You know, it's just it's working for me right now. We'll see what the rest of the track sounds like. But again, it might be my bias, but I really dig everything she's having to say right now.
Jump, I'm a boss, I'm a hunt. Eat the cat good, he can pick the book of the month. And yes, I mean that. I wrote this on my beanbag. I sacrificed my sanity, hoping to get my dream back. A clean rag on a dusty floor. Rap underground princess. The love galore.
I know somebody better give me my cheese. Or I'ma have to get mine from these streets. I gotta look out for me.
All right, so somebody better give me my cheese or else I got to get it from these streets. I got to look out for me. Again, she talked about it here. So I wrote this for my beanbag. You know, I'm out here I'm rapping because I want to rap, because it feels good to rap. But then she's still injecting the politics in here. You know, if you're, I think this is just it speaks to the conversation about like what like where social problems, where crime comes from, you know, and where crime comes from ultimately is like, listen, if you're not going to provide the resources for people to do what they need to do, if you're not going to provide job training, if you're not going to provide actual jobs, if you're not going to increase the wealth of the area that you, of a community in particular, then people are going to resort to the means that they have to resort to in order to go and get the guap, go get the cream, go get the green, right? They're going to go do what they have to do in order to build their money up. And that's what she's speaking, or that's what this chorus is speaking here to, right? Is this like, listen, you know, if you're not going to give it to me, I gotta go get it myself. I gotta go figure out how best to make it happen. Because if somebody got to eat anyway, I got kids to feed. They're literal mouths to feed. I gotta feed myself. You know what I'm saying? I gotta feed my community members. How am I gonna do that without actual money, right? How am I going to do that without a job? How am I going to do that without resources? How am I going to do that without like the backing of industry, right? How am I going to be able to do that? And if I can't do that, I got to figure out other ways to do it. And so I'm going to go look out for myself and figure out ways to do that. And that's what this chorus is speaking to. And so shout out to Noname for highlighting issues like that. She's really good about stuff like that, as I've said previously. And listen, it's something that we need to talk about more. It's something that I feel like we talk about a lot, but just like in this current climate, I feel like we kind of lose track of that, like people are doing what's best for them. People are doing what they think will make them get to the next day, will help them get to the next day. And sometimes that isn't the most savory thing. Sometimes that isn't something that like looks pretty, you know? Sometimes that is dirty, is grimy. Sometimes it is the street. Like sometimes people do things differently because they think that that's what's best for them, right? But you know, if they have access to resources, maybe they won't have to resort to that, which is kind of where this like book club thing is coming from. Anyway, we could talk about it all day, but I feel like that's really what's key here, what's happening in this chorus. But it's a dope chorus. I really love the sing-songy chorus too.
Everyday struggle, niggas hustle in the background, never.
Okay. And we'll say this too. She's out here. She turned into, I don't know if it's like the Brazilian version of Big Bird, but if you look it up, there are different versions of Big Bird out here, from Sesame Street, and she kind of looks like the Brazilian. She kind of looks like the Brazilian version of Big Bird here. You know, the green and the beak. If you happen to see that, I think it's the Brazilian version. It might be another version of Big Bird. But yeah, it looks like another version of Big Bird here. And I think really speaking to this, you know, the name of the video, 100 Acres, right? 100 Acre Wood, you know, invoking that some. And she invoked some of that in the first verse too, but just really invoking like the whimsical nature of the verse, you know, and the whimsical nature of the song. And even though she's not necessarily speaking about whimsicality, but she is, you know, talking about real issues. But that's like the theme of this video, right? Because you have the cat, almost like a Cheshire cat, almost chasing her around. And then now her as Big Bird, referencing Winnie the Pooh, just all this stuff. Yeah, it's thematically it's coming together. If we love a theme, we love a theme on this channel. And we can see a theme, we love a theme.
Everyday struggle, niggas hustle in the background. Never had a cap gown. Graduated my college years, volunteer crystal clear like I made a wish. Rise from the swamp with them voodoo practices. Princess Tiana in Bahamas on a beach like fuck a sauna. Cut the drama. I told you I'm feeling froggy, bitch. Been a long year since I hopped on a
Princess Tiana, I told you I'm feeling froggy, bitch. You know, like wasn't back to back, but that's the line, right? The through line. That's great. And then she's out here connecting to indigenous cultures. You know what I'm saying? She's out here connecting to the indigenous black cultures too, the Caribbean, and paying homage to them. Listen, we're here. We're making it happen.
He's like fuck a sauna, cut the drama. I told you I'm feeling froggy, bitch. Been a long year since I hopped on a pogo stick. Niggas ain't getting no play like I'm home and sick. I wanna go outside and parlay on a
Niggas out here ain't getting no play like I'm home and sick. Come outside, I can't. Mama's got me stuck inside. I'm sick today. I can't come outside. She told me I can't come outside. I don't want to cough on you. Listen, she here. She's here. She ain't playing with you.
Niggas ain't getting no play like I'm home and sick. I wanna go outside and parlay on a brunch date. This nigga just brought me a parfait. He about to eat cake. I'm blowing his candle like birthday. Wishes do come true. I told you, boo, I'm outside. Put a blunt up in the sky. Rapunzel been letting his hair lock. I'ma climb down a rabbit hole, wonderland. I got time. This is station 69. Enjoy your smooth ride.
So we get all these sex bars. He's gonna blow his candle out. He's about to eat some cake. I'm a climb in station 69. Enjoy your flight. Like we're about to get it. We're getting it good. I'm out here connected with my socialist bae. We're making it happen. And then she talks about Alice in Wonderland, like falling down the rabbit hole, which can mean a variety of different things. Maybe falling down his rabbit hole, you know, getting real attached to somebody, but then also at the same time, you know, just following down the socialist communist rabbit hole of political ideology. But like I said before, you know, this guy kind of feels like this cat in the background kind of feels like the Cheshire cat too, you know, kind of just perched on the shoulder of Noname throughout this whole video. So he kind of feels like, you know, maybe calling attention to something. We're not entirely sure what, but kind of like how the Cheshire cat does, right? Of like, listen, I know it's not about me, but I'm going to try to lead you the best way that I can, right? I'm going to chide you a little bit. I'm going to make fun of you a little bit while I'm doing it, which is kind of what's happening here too. Doing a lot of goofy stuff in the background, but I'm going to lead you along the way. So where are we being led to, Mr. Cheshire Cat or Mrs. Cheshire Cat or Mixed Cheshire Cat? Where are we being led to? Who knows?
Land, I got time. This is station 69. Enjoy your smooth ride.
I know somebody better give me my cheese, or I'ma have to get mine from these streets. I gotta look out for me. Someone's gonna pay.
And this is beautiful choreography. I gotta say, this is wonderful choreography.
I know somebody better give me my squeeze. I'ma have to get mine from the streets. I gotta look out for me.
Man, I ain't waiting around for these motherfucking niggas no more. I'm gonna go outside. Whether it's the grocery store, I don't care if it's the mall, bitch. I'm outside. Listen to me now, okay? You hear me? If you gonna get yours, I'm gonna get mine. This is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't care.
And I appreciate, another thing I appreciate just about the aesthetics of this video. One, I appreciate the retro feel to it and the retro look. And it's almost, it gives us Reading Rainbow a little bit. And I don't say that just because of the rainbow in the background, but it gives us Reading Rainbow a little bit, you know, just kind of like old and weathered, but like in a good way. I also appreciate how fantastic they're making the hood look. You know what I mean? You know, you got this like jungle canopy in the background, right? You got the rainbow going up, almost like this aurora borealis thing happening out here that's really bright in the sky. That feels great. And then you got all these sunflowers building up on the side here, and it just makes it look like a real like, listen, you don't necessarily need to escape your reality. You can make the best version of your reality right where you are, right? Like, yeah, you might fall down the rabbit hole. Yeah, that might lead you somewhere else. Yeah, it might take you out of your element for a little bit, but you know, that isn't necessarily where you need to be. Sometimes you need to be riding your bike through the hood and making it a better place and creating a utopia right where you are, where you can live amongst your community members. And that's kind of what it feels like here to me, at the very least. She may not necessarily be speaking to that. You know, sometimes I get that wrong. But that's what this imagery feels like to me, is like, you know, you can make beautiful things right where you are. You know, you don't have to leave and go anywhere else to make something beautiful. You can make something beautiful right where you are. And so no, this is great. This is really good. I love this costume from her. Um yeah, man, I'm enjoying this. I enjoyed this. Okay. So you tell me, what'd you think of the song? What'd you think of the music video? Is Noname at the top of your top female hip hop artists, or top women, top femme hip hop artists? Is that how you see her? Honestly, she's up there for me, but willing to have that debate. Let's talk about it some in the comments. You let me know who you think your top female artist is. Also, let me know what you want me to react to next. I'm going to start a different reaction schedule. I'm going to start reacting to certain contents on certain days, so please be on the lookout for that. I'm going to make sure to include that in the channel description as to what content I react to on what days. But this is Tuesday, and Tuesday I think will be dedicated to music videos, and so going to be glad to have reacted to this today. You know, glad to react to new Noname music. The streets have been thirsting for it. The book club has been thirsting for it. And so I'm really glad that we got the opportunity to walk through this, and to witness this. You know what I'm saying? And all of Noname's politics. She's really doing a lot for her community, and really doing a lot for the national community, and really doing a lot for incarcerated people. So always happy to support her and everything that she's got going on. But y'all, it's been Go Home Ryan. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you want me to react to next. If you haven't checked out my reaction to Man in the Mirror by Dave East, Big Sean, and Bun B, please check that out right here. I'll make sure to link it. It'll be there. You can go and check that out. Until next time, it's been Go Home Ryan, y'all. Later, Gators.